Hello everyone, I'm Kyle Glockner and welcome to the live stream. I've already said my piece on the 3D Mario series before, and I still stand by everything I said in that video. But for this Mario themed live stream, I wanted to talk about a Mario series that's very near and dear to my heart. One that I would probably call my favorite line of Mario games. So for today, I'll be reviewing the newest installment in the Paper Mario franchise, Paper Mario: The Origami King. Let's get started. The Origami King released in July of this year after being revealed in a trailer a mere 2 months prior. We begin with Mario and Luigi heading to meet Peach for a celebration known as the Origami Festival, only to find Toad Town completely abandoned. Upon entering Peach's castle, Mario discovers that Peach has been turned into origami by none other than the Origami King himself. After narrowly escaping Peach's castle with some of Bowser's minions and his new companion Olivia, Mario must now destroy the streamers surrounding Peach's castle in order to save her and the Mushroom Kingdom as a whole. Now, to address the elephant in the room, no, this game does not go back to the classic style of Paper Mario that we all know and love. However, this game does a lot to bridge the gap between Paper Mario of old and new. For starters, partners are back. Well, kinda. In each section after the first, Mario and Olivia are joined by a third companion. Unlike the first 3 entries, these are more standard characters from the Mario world with some slight alterations to their appearances, but overall, they're rather basic. But it's better than nothing as they help bring back some of the charm those first 3 games had that was lost in Sticker Star and Color Splash. However, one of the things I didn't like about the partner characters is that they are limited to each story section of the game, meaning that your companion from Section 3 won't be selectable in Section 4. Also, while they do enter combat with you, you're unable to give them any direct commands or select an action, but rather, they'll do an attack at the end of your turn. This attack can also result in a misfire, which will result in nothing happening for their attack. While this did bother me at first, like I said before, as I played through the game, I came to realize that this was better than nothing at all, and is an excellent step in the right direction to get Paper Mario back in the groove it lost with Sticker Star and Color Splash. Another way this game bridges the gap between old and new Paper Mario is the combat system. Now, this was my biggest concern when I saw the trailer for this game. I was just waiting for Nintendo to drop the ball on this game by introducing another combat system that exclusively ran on consumable attacks like Sticker Star and Color Splash. But to my surprise, it seems Nintendo may have learned their lesson for once, and instead chose to introduce a puzzle gimmick to the combat this time around. Combat now takes place in a movable circular arena with enemies placed on various spaces of the board and Mario in the immovable center. When entering combat, you have a limited amount of time and moves to line up all of the enemies in a formation that allows you to jump on them or hit them with your hammer. Doing so gives you an attack bonus, making combat usually only last 1 turn if you time all of your attacks correctly. At first, I wasn't too keen on this feature. Combat is something that I feel doesn't need to be incredibly complex or gimmicky. It just needs to be fun. But as I went through those first few battles, I started to enjoy the additional little puzzle before being able to effortlessly wipe out the enemies in a single turn. In the beginning, these puzzles are incredibly simple, but as you progress through the game, they get challenging to the point where I had to use the "give the toads money to solve the problem for you" option, and even then, watching some of the solutions, I still have no clue how I was supposed to see the solution. Now, as with Sticker Star and Color Splash, there is no EXP or anything to be gained from defeating enemies and engaging in combat. But see, my main problem with this in those games was that I had to use my incredibly valuable consumable attacks to get through a pointless battle that awarded me next to nothing. In Origami King, your attacks are no longer consumable unless of course you use an item to give you a power boost, so you lose nothing by engaging in combat. Instead, you gain copious amounts of coins for things such as taking no damage, solving the puzzle correctly, etc. In addition, the game mixes up this formula for the various boss battles. In these fights, the boss sits in the center of the circle while you're left to form a path for Mario to get to the enemy. I was really impressed with how creative Nintendo got with this new combat system, and I feel like it was able to shine the brightest in these boss battles. While it isn't the turn-based long-form JRPG combat from the first 2 games, or the combat more reminiscent of the side-scrolling Mario games from Super Paper Mario, what Origami King brings to the table isn't bad in any way. It's just innovative enough to be new and exciting, yet doesn't take away from the core combat. Battling remains a short and sweet break from running around the map rather than becoming a dreaded chore. Finally, I'd like to talk about the story structure of this game. We've returned to the more open world style of the first 3 Paper Mario games as opposed to the level select from Sticker Star and Color Splash. I've been referring to different parts of this game as sections because there are no chapters or anything that split the game up. You just move on from one section to the next. I was thrilled to be able to just roam around freely again in Paper Mario. Each area has plenty of secrets to find and fun little things to do as you go throughout the story. From finding hidden toads, to filling in destroyed landscapes with scraps of paper, to discovering hidden blocks in treasure chests, there is so much more to do than simply walk from point A to point B. Overall, this game is just fun. For the first time since I played Super Paper Mario back in 2007, I actually enjoyed playing a Paper Mario game. Origami King was an absolute joy from start to finish, and while there are some nitpicks I have with it, I recognize that a lot of these are because of my bias towards the older Paper Mario games. But while playing this game, I sort of came to terms with the fact that, frankly, that era of Paper Mario is over. Aside from an unlikely remake or remaster, Nintendo has made it clear they have no plans to return to the style of Paper Mario 64, Thousand Year Door, or even Super Paper Mario. Like I said earlier, Nintendo seems to have learned their lesson from Sticker Star and Color Splash, and as long as they keep on the path they're currently on with Paper Mario, I can once again have hope for a future installment in the series. I give Paper Mario the Origami King a 7 out of 10. For a quick reference, here's my score on the other entries in the franchise. So what do you think? Did you enjoy the Origami King, or are you still holding out for a classic Paper Mario game to be released? Let me know by tweeting us your thoughts at ZTV Goofing Off, and don't forget, you can still donate to Akron Children's Hospital through Extra Life using our link below. If you do, make sure you use the hashtag Team Sunshine to help boost my own score. Until then, I'm Kyle Glockner, and thanks for watching the live stream. Let's get back to it.